Let's see what's happening with Square Enix. Apparently, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Foam Stars fell short of expectations. Square is reorganizing into 5 console and 1 mobile team, and Dragon Quest XII is still in development. So, Square is looking to make different moves to make sure their games reach the most amount of people and therefore are going multi-plat. So they tumbled 16% in their biggest decline in 13 years. And people attributed to the sales of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Foam Stars just kind of falling short. What are your thoughts? How do you think this is working out behind the scenes? Do you think Square Enix will be better for it or worse off?
There's no two ways about it. If you release on multiple platforms, you're going to be better off. The problem is, what platforms do you release for? I was reading an article this past week about the challenges of developing for different platforms, the costs associated with it, and the payoff that you get from it. There are so many developers of that mid to small size saying Xbox isn't worth it, but saying that even PlayStation isn't worth it for them because the sales that they will get there pale in comparison to Nintendo and PC. They are the 2 biggest platforms. So depends what you want to make, how you're going to approach it. That there's many facets involved in the conversation. The biggest problem Square Enix have is, as you say, they missed expectations. They had expectations that Foam Stars would sell 6 to 7 million. It was given away on PlayStation Plus as an extra and premium day one game. It's exclusive to the PlayStation ecosystem at this moment in time, so it's not cross-platform, it's not cross-play, it's just PlayStation players. It's what many people see as a rip-off Splatoon, and whilst it is fun, that fun doesn't last a long time. If Foam Stars was part of another game, it was one multiplayer mode in a massive multiplayer type experience, it could do quite well. As a standalone experience, for me and many others, we've played our 7 or 8 games and got quite bored of it quite quickly. It just doesn't have the staying power. Now, that's a challenge on Square Enix's estimators on their top level, saying, oh, this is going to do so many numbers, and not realizing, well, probably not even playing the game and realizing, actually, it's not going to do anywhere near those numbers, so we need to adjust our expectations. It's exactly the same thing for Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They had these expectations in line with the 100 million plus consoles of the PlayStation 4 generation. There's only just 50 million PlayStation 5s out there, and not every single person is going to want to play these games. So you're not going to get the same sort of sales with this sort of market base as you were previously. So they're coming in with wild, out of the park expectations that are just unattainable. And then they're asking, well, why did we miss expectations? Oh no, what happened here? You set too high a bar that was never feasible. So what they're now trying to do is go a different route and go multi-platform to try and make up for the expectations that they missed. They are, of course, going to sell more, especially if they're putting their stuff on PC. I imagine Final Fantasy XVI and VII Rebirth, when they go to PC, are going to do great numbers. But as we've seen with the likes of Helldivers, when you go day and date across every platform, you get a lot more momentum. So it's a smart marketing move from a third-party publisher, but they really need to rein in those expectations as well, or this pattern, and I say that in inverted commas, this pattern is going to continue, because if you're putting those wild expectations out there, no one can ever meet them.
And I'm sorry, Doragon, it seems that moving a window has made you disappear.
What did you do to me? Why? Why'd you hate my face?
I don't know what happened. I was just moving something out of the way so I could pull up the next story, and then you disappeared on me. So I am going to bring you back, but at the same time, I'm going to need you to talk about your favorite subject, which is Assassin's Creed.